into the tunnels, but Team Liquid slipped past him. They've already got 4 players up here on this catwalk, and luckily for NaVi, there's a good defense in position. The T is wasting no time, however. Twist is going to find itself that opening kill. There is a bounce back as Electronic comes quickly on the flank, and he's caught them by surprise. 2 more die and leave NaV 1v3.
That's enormous. Yeah, NaV with so much time left over, you think, okay, he might try to go for this, but will he be able to find the CTs? I think that's quite unlikely. One thing I think is kind of interesting is that NaVi were able to hold the line from the site, on the site box, on the ramp. Those are the 2 positions you expect to get the kills from as a T so that you can go into the post plant and you still haven't even won the rounds. But here with their first line of defense, just got all the kills. So NaV's now going to move across. Player spotted at elbow and on default. No headshot in. And it's smart for this low HP player. He's playing the headshot position, but Electronic puts together, what is that?
Average damage per round with utility than any other player on Liquid. He has more than twice the amount of flash assists per round than any other player on Liquid. But at this moment, it is still NaVi happily holding on to what was an initial 5v4. Electronic does get aggressive through doors yet again, as we saw in the opener, but look at Elige go. This is what we're talking about, being able to recuperate after an initial man disadvantage. 3v3 and HP to the edge of NaVi here. Really, really fighting over mid control at the beginning of this map.
It's a big thing. Yeah, a lot of this early nade damage is huge too. It staggers Liquid. They're going to be a little bit more scared to move up aggressively in a way that's going to be comfortable for them. And now we move into this late and Simple, who's now going to fall back and can find a safe position here behind the default box. We'll see if he can turn this into a frag.
Goes for the crouch behind it, sees it. Ooh, and gets the dink onto Twist. No, excuse me, he was already low. And not enough to take him down. How easily that could have been a collateral with the M4A1S, but alas, the bomb plant still comes through, and NaFly falls back. He's going to hold that Krieg at a distance here. Hope that both Flamey and Boomich walk around the cross, give themselves up to him.
He's holding it tight. If they swing wide on this, it might be hard to follow, and the boost is huge. So now they've only got 1 player to work with, and NaF versus 2. He's just got to take the fight. Flamey knows exactly where he is. NaF is dead. NaVi win the round with 2 alive. They're looking good.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And that doesn't even really boil down to the HP advantage. I mean, that's just, in this one, a bit of a standoff. But Stewie's going to be the first one damaged. Boomich taking the usual spot of Electronic on the front line of Cat. The Molotov behind him. And Twist so ready for him to be burned in position. But Simple on the head of his teammate will trade it back right away. Good exchange. Long control back by Guardian, traded immediately yet again. These back and forth engagements until NaFly gets the edge. 19 HP for him. He's hiding behind the telephone pole.
He wants that.
Tippity-tapping from Flamey, trying to bring it back, but they stop right there. Economic woes, however, here for NaVi. They've been relegated to a Deagle, which is down, the CZ on Boomich, and an MP9 of Electronic, which has been tucked away in the bottom of tunnels already.
This is a ridiculous aim map thing that's going on. You're not supposed to see rifles dueling ops.
Oh, Elige with the bait and switch. Hops over the 9mm rounds. And leaves poor NaVi 2v4.
It's got to be demoralizing. You're guarding.
Especially versus a walking opponent. I mean, he sees that shoulder nearly a second before Guardian has a chance. So bullet between the eyes.
Yeah, we're actually we're experiencing kind of a change of the strategic makeup of Dust 2, and it's kind of nuts because it was already a very stripped down, very simple map to play.
Right.
But it's definitely still usually going to be the better option. But with the amount of confidence Twist has to sit up there, you have to wonder if he's got some kind of agency knowledge that's giving him the confidence to pull off these kind of audacious plays. So I would like to see NaVi probably doing something simple like just making sure you're anchoring the B site with your op in case there's a mid to B. It can be your window player. You can have a 2-3 setup. But I don't know if they specifically want to fight mid so early.
Right at the gate. Like you said, you know, Liquid trying to convince NaVi it's not a good idea. And currently it isn't, because we do still have Nitro anchoring, waiting for that tunnel push. Meanwhile, Liquid doing what the textbook has worked for them so far. Playing for the mid, knowing that there has been another player on the side of this smoke very consistently, whether that be Boomich or Electronic. This time, ooh, an electrifying first frag. Twists cleared from his cubby, and nobody able to trade that one. So we're going to immediately watch NaVi start to sink back slightly. Frag grenade misses the mark. 2 points of damage is all he gets for it.
They have pick control, so losing Cat's not the biggest problem. It's actually a pretty decent setup here for NaVi. They can fall back off of this. They don't have an off as the one problem. And Electronic's in a very vulnerable spot, especially to grenades. He's picking the spot because he probably likes the fights a lot more, but it's a bit of a risk if he has to jump off. 3 Molotovs left for Team Liquid, and one of them's going to land on his feet. Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Gonna play this one close. We've got 3 targets for him to start taking. NaVi down first, and the spray down continuous for 2. Guardian actually gets caught off by Nitro, which creates a slight gap for them to push. However, unsuspectingly, walking into Boomich will not make their job any easier. How about a second, Stu? That first one's nasty. Simple tries to jump, but Stewie has the cover. Expects Flamey to come from Catwalk. Oh, man. Giving him way too many chances.
Boomich played a spot really well, and they maintain a man advantage the whole time. So you got to like that Cat setup. It was very fluid, right? Because when you're dry running, you're thinking, okay, we throw these set of nades, and then these players fall back to these spots, and then we execute. So here we look at Electronic. He's not respecting that, and that's when Captain Liquid off guard moves up into a position that you would mechanical brilliance put together those 2 kills.
Fast fight over here on long. Gone instantly, the 2 stars of NaVi. Copenhagen. Copenhagen. Words can be hard at times, but opening frags not so much. This round has been a breeze. Already cutting down 3. Liquid left on just Stewie and Elige, but they've started to claw their way back through mid. A second headshot. Talking about top 5 players, Elige, second highest rated at this event, only after Device. And look at this, so nice. Not only do they get that duo of frags inside of middle, but they transition it into the B bomb site plant. Not the easiest of retakes, especially considering there's only 2 flashbangs and another easy kill.
And Elige, excuse me, still has his smoke. This is almost a cancel. Window, the only entrance you can come through. You've got to support Boomich.
Brother, we're talking 2 versus 5. Stewie and Elige have managed to put this one even keel. Boomich waiting for his chance to strike, but from beneath the window he falls. Team Liquid never supposed to win this round, but they'll keep that spree of victories rolling. 4 in a row for the North Americans. How did they pull that one off?
What are you supposed to say? You know, I mean, if you're a lead, you come into middle, you have a crossfire, both players die at nearly the same time. One of them is just supposed to get the kill. 2, which is because, you know, Twist comes through and gets 2 for himself really quickly, but it was a really, really good attempt for the eco. So now we go into round 11, and it's another buy-up. They try to get aggro on Cat. They lose one of their kind of capstone players in Electronic to that pure duel versus Elige. And again, we talked about to me, they haven't even thought about it yet. They seem to be close to the smoke, but are they going to pull it off?
Nice timing on the flash. Boomich bounces back from the car. Guardian on site trying to lend a helping hand, but he's got to be cautious. He knows there's a scope out there honing in on him. Stewie has done a good job of peeling players off at this bomb site. And how does Boomich get into cover? Finds timing on the unscope, but here comes Elige up Catwalk, uncontested, mid, Flamey. Last one slipped by, and Elige has done it again. Just breaks right through a defense and leaves NaVi scattering.
That was tough, man. That was really, really tough because you look at NaVi. Okay, the only thing that was truly counting against them is they lost Electronic so early, and he's just bumped, as you mentioned, Elige, so good.
Ooh. Quick snip. Simple sent packing. Flamey hides in the B site yet again. This has been half of his gameplay so far, and you can run, but you can't hide.
There it is, that first kill that comes out. But I do like the Cat option. They seem to be so timid at B. They're just like not even thinking about getting aggro. There's just not been a lot
since the strong start we saw. From the corner, Boomich strikes. A little bit different on that long play. I feel like the utility of NaVi did...
3-2 setup. Either site is equally fortified. It's not going to be an easy round no matter what. Ooh. Good spray from Electronic. Small window of opportunity to get that kill. Stewie drops another one, and now it's just NaV.
Yep, just NaV firing shots at shoulders. Greatly done by Electronic. Drop.
I am so curious if NaVi are going to raise hell in the second half, or if Liquid, or what's their answer, and like how similar do NaVi's setups on T side look like Liquid setups on T side? Everyone's got good guns, but one of them is gone now. Stewie gets knocked out of the round by Simple, who's now taking the place of Guardian, who's been playing mid sometimes.
took 14 rounds, but we did find ourselves on a double op setup for the CTs. 2 frags is what we're looking at. Nitro. Gonna miss his first couple of shots. Boomich be able to evade that Molotov, but the flashbang does its job quite well. He has to tuck himself back into the corner. Nitro's looking for his head. Remember, this is 3 HP versus 92. NaVi with a bomb extends, gives himself up. And funnily enough, it's Nitro who survives that engagement. Off of the catwalk comes Twist. Tapping into the heads of Electronic and Guardian. A site cleared. And we have Liquid back into the even ground once more. Another 3 versus 5 situation that they have somehow turned on its head. Fast fight. Flamey. What are you doing?
Wow, I just didn't expect any kind of fallback that quickly. Huge risk by him. Maybe they won't expect the simple follow-up, though. He comes in late through long. He's pre-scoped.
Sure enough.
No, he's not. Okay, yeah. Now he's going to make noise. Nitro can hide and wait. Crossfire is in. Shots miss from simple, and he dies ultimately. Fast.
Yeah.
He thought way too certainly that he was going to get out. He has been having a rough game. But sometimes it looks like Twist is playing on an iPad.
Haven't even found ourselves. This B bomb site for once will be attempted on the takedown. Flamey from the corner emerges after the op opens up shop, and Electronic's flank looks fantastic. Nitro, see you later, sucker. Stewie turns back, and Flamey's gonna follow up with that kill too. So Twists, 1 versus 4. We've seen the 2v5s. We've seen the 3v5s.
Yeah.
What about the 1v4?
Yeah, what about the 1v4? Why not? He's at mid. This is where he's been getting all his kills. But I think what we learned this round is this is why they were kind of avoiding B for a while. It was absolutely closed. Hit the shot.
Guardian gonna close this first half convincingly. Look at those scores. 15 and 9 for Twists on the T side.
Are they gonna get the same treatment here on the CT side? And is Liquid gonna change it up? Stewie loves this box.
Ready to tap heads. They start to line up, but down he goes. Quick flash from Nitro, trying to throw himself into the mix, but his shoulder's spotted. Simple, tapping back, and everybody's still standing. Other than poor Stu. Gets wrecked early. Now, we do have 2 CTs trying to push around through tunnels. They do clear out Boomich, which is nice, but they've lost a player on mid. Now, Elysian Twist shoulder to shoulder. These are those 2 hard hitters thus far, and look at them go. It just falls onto Electronic. 33 HP, 1v3, tapping around the box, but he's dropped. Team Liquid win a pistol.
You just don't see CT teams on the. It looked like they were going to save for a second.
Yeah.
Now, at least getting the bomb down. Stewie gets hit hard through the door. MP9 and Habit down to 29 HP. Leash through the grenade smoke, finds his kill, reacts a little bit late, but Boomich has the same problem. You know, that kind of long play.
Everybody else is going to come around Cat. Good for them to pick up that first close kill. Elige at bat. Good damage. Nice ding. And he comes in for an attempt at more, but Twist's hot on the heels of the catwalk players, and he has a FAMAS. Flamey tries to use the smoke, but he spams straight through. Guardian, he's going to stick this bomb, and the plant now down, but Twists does not wait at all. An 11th for Team Liquid on the retake.
Really confident teams are going to move quickly, and I think that they have identified this time where the bomb's about to miss.
Especially picking up Flamey through the smoke. You know he's that third member. He is the coverage for the bomb. Look how easy this push is from Twists. Catches Guardian on the pop-up.
And use the smoke to the left side of mid for specifically a player that might be in window. So maybe there's a chance they could put that into the setup once again and attempt a cat play. Here, this time they try to jump down and ends up being successful. Twist goes down with no kill to his name.
Awesome. Now Stewie's going to spot at least 1 body already up in this one. Nitro challenging, and it's 3 kills. They just smash them from all directions, but Guardian can't control up close. Still, 27 B-site players, not fearful of fighting mid, but rather challenging through window. So sure enough, but nope. FaZe Clan just beat Astralis 16-2.
Oh shoot, really?
Who would have thunk it? Dunked it. Twists down after just 1. Cat in contest.
Did you say FaZe beat Astralis 16-2?
Yeah, is that just now kind of dawning on you?
I'm letting that ruminate for a second.
Let it stew, brew, boil. Here we go. Another opening kill for the T's. NaVi taking that numbers advantage, but it hasn't always meant the round win. This, you think, should be enough. The double op between Nitro and NAF, such a valuable save. They've called it quits already. Yeah. This is NaVi breaking the spree of Team Liquid of day 1 blasts.
Yeah.
When crazy things start happening.
Set the tone.
Which puts the pressure up for tomorrow. And funny enough, our last blast, Moscow. We saw Avant-Garde drop 0-2 in the opening day.
The only time.
And the first time. Alas, we bring ourselves back towards long A. Early clash. Electronic just charges him down. Run like a rat. Nitro, run over.
That's huge. Electronic just sees that though. It's pretty much 3v5 or 3v4 here. Oh, no.
Nice little pinch. Elige will tuck himself in.
Oh.
Ooh, NaVi gotta hit those. A second shot astray. And yet, still one man survives. Elige.
One boy genius.
Tucked away in safety. That bomb plant was nearly exposed to him. But he heard the footstep of Guardian. Still, he's bested. And Stewie 2K, nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Hard to call that round when, like in terms of an easy A hold. But
what'd you call me?
No, that had come close. But good. I guess that NaVi won makes the game, I think, a little bit more interesting. Flashes out the long, and the T's have been very good at this. They've gone 2 for 1. Flamey coming in with his last 2 kills in that last round. It's the 2 entries here, makes it now a 3v3. Bomb is down in front of the blue dumpster. The CTs have now got to regroup.
If Electronic peeks this, nope, they boost fast. Still, the bottom of the totem pole kicked out. Stewie cut down at the knees. And you'd think this A hit should be a breeze, but Naf looks to go retake mid. Him and Nitro, shoulder to shoulder. Do they save here?
I don't. But I would maybe say, okay, we pick a site, and if they don't come to us, then we save. But yeah, it looks like they might be doing that. Crossing mid is so difficult on Dust 2. Once you have committed to just crossing to the other side. Oh, wait, this could be a important kill. Oh, wow, okay, no, the T gets it, or Electronic. Just make sure that this round is as close to over as possible. Get Right was just on the desk talking about how teams are so much less inclined to go for rounds like these now.
Sorts of saves should be called more often.
Yeah.
And if you see that trend as well, then maybe it is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, so I think what Get Right was, and obviously it's Get Right, who's got one of the most clutches in the entire end of the site versus high numbers, do good job, so can see where they want to try it. Nobody's up close on Cat. This op can get flashed off easily.
Got full long control, however, so just hone in and knock them down like inanimate bowling pins. Guardian, first cross, head on display, and it's popped. NaVi, great shot.
That's the bomb.
Stewie hears the footsteps, 25 seconds left, and the rest of Liquid start to creep their way up from CT spawn. He's gonna go for the peek, and Electronic holds it. Good headshot back one again, but this Opper still consists. And Elige persists his way from spawn. Oh, not again. Don't let this kid ace. Simple's gonna get into the mix. Boomich drops another, and NaVi tie at 13.
Naf makes that as hard as possible by getting getting Guardian out of the round, who has the bomb, who's so far away from his teammates. You see, they have to work to scramble to get that bomb planted.
Tying it up at 14 all. Draws are a thing in the BO1 rounds. Great grenade and the follow-up of 5 versus 4 from Team Liquid. You'd think that should be enough to kickstart the round. Another one down. Stewie could even go for the window peek if he wants to. NaVi reeling it back in through mid because they find themselves 2v5.
Yeah.
We're at a minute 15. And NaVi have just been blown away.
Probably the most important part were how well those grenades landed. You know, you're going to do a bit over 50 with great, like, perfect grenades. They got 2 off right at Boomich's feet just as he's throwing this kind of frivolous piece of utility. So it's a huge pickup there. They know that the Cat aggression doesn't continue. They set their eyes on mid. Stewie nails that frag, and they lock it up. This is great. And now we can actually, I mean, the economy actually matters for Liquid, right? They don't want to lose anybody, or they won't be able to maintain this double op setup.
Simple takes the forefront, looking for a head. Elige comes round, gets his kill. Guardian trades, but in a 1 versus 5, you'd think he is done for. Hold your horses. Twist takes damage, and he does know Naf is near. A little bit more footing, but he's left that bomb back, so frags are the name of the game, and he's going to find himself nothing further.
Very comfortable map for NaVi, but we're getting this kind of oh wow, that was just kind of like an offhand because it's something that they have kind of an ace in the hole for them with how well some of these previous rounds have went.
Good grenade, fantastic grenade, and an even better spray. Elige, 2 frags immediately. Team Liquid, they were just roping the hope of NaVi all the way to round 28. And then
a little bit of that time. This gives away some of the play. Looks like they want to just move fast into an execute. Goose Molly comes out. No one's there, but they'll at least have peace of mind. And NaVi has an op. They've still got this threat to deal with. Spray is bad.
Flames. Elige, he was looking for the spray down, but finds himself nothing. Now, this could very well enable the catwalk plant, and yet again, as we've seen from Team Liquid, nobody playing for that cat retake. It's 2 members up from spawn, and still Naf and Twist who look on from long. Smoke down to try and create a little room to play, but Electronic's gonna take this into his own hands. He finds the turn! Guardian and him, dropping 3 bodies, leaving Twist alone to clutch, and that bomb's already halfway gone. Guardian gets his position back on Cat. Smoke's gonna block that off. He reads Electronic pushing upwards, but already the ramp's been taken, and NaVi find 50!
Still at 148 AR.
Oh my man, he just doesn't stop. He knows there's no one holding Cat, so this time he pushes even further. He doesn't wait for them to make their play. He gets... Just remember,
we all want to see it.
No overtimes.
He's out front.
Here it blasts. So he's already gotten himself past that Molotov. 4 bodies to line up, and he starts spraying. There's 2. Flamey with a flash assist, but Naf, maybe, just maybe, can hold on here. He's going for the 3rd, but he too toppled, and now Stewie 1v3. A minute and a half still for NaVi to play this. They can make him sweat. Silence falls across the server until the smokes and fire pop. He's taken the shot through smoke and knows that the bomb's being planted, predicts the peak, but turns away, and NaVi 16-14.
3 points.
God damn. How did they manage to pull that off? A 4-0 start. And
I mean, that's tough to think about. That 5-0 start in the second half. I mean, wow.
That's got to sting.
38 kills, man. 38 kills.
Unreal performance from Electronic. And again, it's kind of what we look to. You know, you